Hey guys, my name's Angel. I'm the creator of this channel. Um, Sorry if I'm a little stuttery doing this. This is my first time doing a voiceover, and today I'm going to be talking about character creation and how I go about doing it and how I sort of paint things. And I'm really winging this. I've seen a few other creators doing it, and I just thought I'd give it a shot myself. Alrighty, so I'm just going to give some background on the character I'm designing first, just so I don't know, you guys have a little idea of what I'm doing. This is a demon-y sort of thing I created for a friend I was in a roleplay group with. So we had characters in the group and stuff. And we were like, what if we were in that group? And we both made each other characters. So this creature is like a shadowy fox demon thing. And I'm starting off by doing the base design for the demon form. And then later on in the video, I go on to design their human form. Today I'm going to be drawing a character and going over the process of how I draw them, why I do certain things, and yeah, the art process it takes for me to do a full body painterly sort of character design. I usually start off with a concept in my head. I don't really usually go into a design without thinking about it first. So in this case, I tried to pick an animal that would suit and then go into a color scheme, and I already knew I wanted a sort of a really dark looking character and then have maybe a couple highlights. Like, he's meant to look shadowy, but he's actually electricity based. I think I said shadow earlier, but we'll just pretend I didn't do that. So the painting process starts with me doing a normal layer, a sketch. I usually use a light color or a grey, and if I do make a color, like if it's a light blue or a red, I usually dim it down to just a grey color afterwards. So after I have the grey sketch done, I usually fill it in entirely with a lighter grey, and then go in to do some more grayscale shading over the two merged layers. In this case, I'm pretty sure I just did a normal layer of grey and then went straight to an overlay layer, and then I added colour. I used to do just a sketch and then go under it or over it, either with a normal layer under it or a multiply over it. I was really content with this method for a really long time until I decided to sort of branch out from my style and try a different technique out. I'm really glad I ended up trying this method, because going in onto just white really sort of affects the colours, in my opinion. So when you go over a grey shading, it already sort of gives you a base and sort of shades and hues to work with. And this really helped me as an artist to improve how I drew and painted. I strayed from doing line art work a long time ago. That was my least favorite process ever, doing any work like this. Line art always took the longest, and if I was to stop doing something, stop a project, it was usually in the line art phase. So this is why I ended up going towards painting. I tried painting in the past, and it was a really interesting process. It was a bit difficult in times, and you had to have a lot of patience, but for me personally, this process was a lot less frustrating than line art ever was. So the first half of this character design is done basically, and I've gone into the human-y bit of the sketch. I struggled quite a bit with the human side of this design. This mainly being because I walked into the design process with an idea already for the anthropomorphic side and not the human side. So here you can see I've just started off with my basic grey sketch, and that follows on all the way to the facial expressions, which I'm doing now, and the hair. I usually stick with doing the bodily sort of features before I get into accessories or clothes. The reason why I do this is if you jump in straight into the clothing and stuff, you might get body proportions wrong. The only time I really skip like legs or arms is if they have like super puffy sort of clothing, or if they wear a long skirt. In this case, the outfit that the character wears is quite fitted to their body. Like the structure of the outfit really depends on if they're muscular, or if they're thin, if they're curvy. So that is one tip I would give you guys, you other artists, or I don't know, anyone who draws. If you're going to draw a human character, or even an anthropomorphic character, try to fit close to their body. It just sort of tends to make it look just a bit more realistic. Here you can see I've gone over the entire sketch. Why not? It's a grey sort of colour. In this clip specifically, I've kept a sort of purpley blue tinge to it, which I don't usually do, but maybe I was feeling, I don't know, adventurous. So I'm just going over it with an overlay, and then once you go over with an overlay, the grey colour can make the colours a bit lighter depending on what shade of grey you've put over. To prevent this sort of colour mishap from happening, I just go over the overlay layer with a multiple layer and just go back over the colours with whatever shade or hue I need to correct it. After I've put all the basic colours onto it, I merge it all into one layer, and then do another multiple layer and go over it with a single colour, and that colour is usually very light grey red, or if I'm trying to make them look a bit moodier or give the picture a sad tone, I go for a cooler colour. The colour you pick to do your shading can really influence the sort of vibe the character gives off. So I'm giving this character, for instance, a bit of a warmer tone because they have a bit of a happy-go-lucky sort of personality, despite their main colours being sort of dark. So if you want your character to look angry or like malicious, you could go for a really vibrant red tone. Or if you wanted them to look sort of magical and mystical, you could go for a pink or a purple or like an aqua. If you wanted them to look sad, give them a bluey one. Colours do a lot in the language of art, in my opinion. Like, if you really want to express how the character is feeling, or the sort of design in general, pick a colour scheme or a shading tone that gives off that same feeling. Before I finish off the picture or go into highlights, I always go around the image once it's all merged down and erase all the little imperfections around the edge, and then I go back into it and do some painting. I like to clean up the image by just blending all the colours together like I am right now with the eyes, and just clean it all up, make sure everything's blended nicely, it isn't too chunky, and that's just my style. I like keeping it quite messy. Despite saying that, I don't like fixing everything, but I'll blend out the nose and the eyes and some of the shading of the legs. To really tie all the elements of your image or your character up together, I usually go in for highlights. At the very end, I'll add a luminosity and shade layer and add some to the hair or the eyes. Especially if they're a fantasy creature, I'll go in and make it really bright and shiny looking. And I always add just a small highlight to their eyes to, make them look alive. I'm just I'm adding all the information to his roleplay application for the group I made him for. And that's what I do with most of my characters. I'll do the application info and then size down their piece and chuck it onto the app, and that's usually the first piece of art goes. I don't really make a lot of characters for just random ideas. I'll make them for a roleplay group, or usually for some type of roleplay. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope it was enjoyable in any way, shape or form. If you do like what I do and want to support me, feel free to like this video or subscribe. Or if you don't, don't have to. If you guys do enjoy these speed paints with voiceovers, let me know and I'll make sure to do more in the future. See you guys. Bye!